born in Ladysmith in 1977. Basketball was kind of the main sport. Started playing in grade 6. Grade 11, we had a really great team. We started the grade 12 season. I think we beat the number 1 team in the province in our first game. We ended up finishing 3rd on the island. So, not huge expectations going to the BCs. Back then it was in the Agrodome and all these people came from Ladysmith and it was packed. I ended up winning the whole thing, which was really exciting. We got back and they had a parade and we went down the main drag in Ladysmith in a fire truck, and even to this day I run into people and that comes up. They're like, "Oh, you're on that Ladysmith Team 95." Like it was just a big deal because we were a really small school and a small community. My dad was a big soccer guy. He was my coach. And then from there, got into basketball. I just found the whole game super exciting and fun. So I went to UVic. It was in the summer after my second year where things started to click and I was like feeling really good and my basketball just really took off. I remember just thinking, wow, like I've never played this well in my life. It was a great job. A lot of time on the green chain, they call it. It was just a regular day towards the end of the shift. I was by myself. In the mill, there's a thing called the stick belt. It was just like a small kind of conveyor belt with an exposed chain that kind of drove it. The wood comes down and then you pull it into bins. There was some sticks and sawdust in the one end of it, I remember, and I just reached in to pull the sticks out. My left hand got sucked in and there was like a real loud kind of clunk. Then I started reefing on the chain and not looking where my hand was, just focused on my left, and then it just got sucked in, and then screaming for help and nobody coming is very hard. I just remember being in an ambulance, getting driven down to Victoria, and waking up and my right hand was gone. Like they obviously amputated it during the night. When you wake up and it's gone, it's pretty hard. When I got home, to my parents, it was like being a small child. Like you can't, like my right hand was gone and my left hand was mangled, so they had to do everything, like feed me, bathe me, take me to the bathroom. It took about a year to get back to being able to go back to school and live on my own and all that stuff. I find with young workers, you try to impress your bosses and you don't want to ask questions because a lot of the time your supervisors are busy people and they might give the impression they like it when you think independently and don't bother them. But if someone had showed up and said, "Why are you reaching in and pulled the sawdust out without turning it off?" And said, "This is what happened to this guy when he did that," that would have had a huge impact, right? As opposed to being in a manual saying, "Don't do this" or "Don't do that." I'm pretty passionate about that now. Like, as I'd hate I'd hate to see my son, I mean, he's 20 now, but to have to see him go through that. I couldn't really play basketball anymore. My thumb was very delicate. I miss that, like just being known as maybe a good basketball player or not, just known as a guy with one hand. Like that's my most distinctive thing now. This past summer, I reached out to my friend who coaches the Brentwood Senior Boys about getting back involved with the game.
Keep the ball, keep the ball.
He's one of the best in the province. So I try to come in and see what else I can offer with hopes that I can have an impact on these kids and help them develop emotionally, mentally, all that kind of stuff.
Push up. That's a big comeback.
I'm just super excited to be back involved with the game I love. I was talking to a friend. She said, the fact that you have one hand can make you way more impactful on these kids if you can share what you've been through. And I would say to young workers, ask questions, don't rush, and don't put anything above your safety. There is no reason to ever do that.